Yo, 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 yo. Yes. Welcome back to another stream. We're having a transfer roundup for you again. Big up all the people in the chat. As the headline suggests, we'll go through the latest news, the rumours that are dipping about. But yeah, this is your transfer roundup. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Click like on the stream. Hit notification bell so you know every time that we go live. I can't even think straight. My head's in my coffee, actually.
Do you know what I've been thinking? I think we need to set a target. We need to set a target as a chat, as a community, as a channel, as us to you. We need to set a target because we don't have enough goals. You know, in life, you need goals to get to where you want to be. Short term and long term. You put on a hat. Yeah, there we go. This is the Summer City Extra.
It's on top of the headphones. Look
this
how
is
big
Summer
it is.
Extra. Leave that on. Leave that on.
Wait. Here we go. Wait.
There we go. I put the headphones over it.
Drip. Look at this.
Drip.
Look at this.
He's stunting on us. Is that you, yeah?
That you, yeah. This is how I'm moving now.
I'm only wearing this because I haven't had a shower yet, so my hair's a bit messy. But you still look cool, man.
No, I can't even. I can barely even hear you, man. I can barely even hear you. Yeah, I've got another hat.
Yeah, not that
Here
one.
we go. Hat extra.
Not that one. Not that
No.
one.
Right.
No. Listen to me. I think we need to set a target, chat, as a group. We need to have a democracy here. What is an achievable goal by the start of the season? I think if we can agree to work hard as a community, 80K by the start of the season.
I agree. 80K by the start of the season is a doable target, I think.
That does not include the preseason. So, like, we'll do watch-alongs for the preseasons, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time the first Premier League ball is kicked, 80K.
Yeah, when that first Prem ball's kicked, we want 80K.
Yeah, so smash the likes, subscribe if you're new, share it about because we're in this together. We're all in this together.
Oh, mate. We get 80K before the start of the season, mate. Me and he'll do the dance.
We'll do a giveaway. I've just decided that as well.
We'll give away a kit, innit? A kit of your choice. By that point, all three kits should be out. So we'll give you a kit.
Yes, there's a deal, chat. Kit giveaway for 80K by first ball. Buzzing, happy days.
Yeah, love it. Anthony the Dolphin, before we get into things, with a $5 donation. Yes, Anthony. It says pay for a transfer window. Just pay all in the transfer window on them players and get it over with. I'm impatient now. I just want to get them signed now. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Like, you kind of do get impatient and just want it all done. But it is what it is. You have to be patient. You have to allow the board to move in the way that it is, and we don't always get the players that we want, like Jude Bellingham, things like that. You have to move and dip about into different places.
Didn't even want him anyway. He's mid.
He's mid. Insta roast. Right, okay, well we'll start with the Frankie De Jong kind of news. People were crying about it. I mean, I see Pep mention, why are you reporting on this if it's fake? Allow it, innit? It's the transfer roundup. We speak about everything, innit? I mean, rumors, anything that people want us to speak about.
People get their wires crossed, man. People get their wires crossed. We don't report, we aggregate. So if something comes up about Man City, we'll talk about it. We know when the source is dead. Trust me, we're not telling you this is tier one.
You should know City Extra by now. We'll tell you when a source is dead, but it doesn't mean we won't speak about it. Because
we know most of you know when the source is dead too, but we'll still have a chat about it.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I told you, you know what, right? You lot have got no excuses because I told you as soon as that season ended, yeah, I told you that there's nothing to talk about. I said I'm going to inject every single transfer rumor, whether it's shit or not, straight into my veins. And you knew it was going to happen. We're going to talk about transfer rumors. It just is. I told you it was going to happen. It is going to happen. And this is potentially one of those cases. Because rumor has it that Manchester City are preparing a bid of 110 million euros, by the way, for Frankie De Jong. Pep Gvardiol has personally requested the signing of the midfielder. This is via the Hard Tackle on Twitter, who have also reported it. They've reported it from another account, but I think my refresh rate's gone on Twitter already.
I think it's a Dutch account. I think it's a Dutch account. It's definitely from somewhere in mainland Europe. I saw it's not English. The title of the account. Now
the issue that we all have, the issue that we've all got, and I think we can all say this in the chat. I think we can all agree. I think me and you will agree as well that it's very unlikely that Frankie De Jong comes to Manchester City. We spoke about this before, given these wages and things like that, and I think that's the issue that a lot of people see in this: the wages. Because man's on about 400 grand a week. And we said yesterday, we ain't going to be paying him 400 grand a week.
The only way I could see City really going deep into a transfer saga with Frankie De Jong is maybe not a panic situation, a semi-panic situation whereby we do lose Bernardo late in the window and City go, oh shit, we need to go and get someone in. And, as much as that source that's speaking about this isn't too known or credible, definitely not on our radar anyway, saying Pep has personally requested this player, it wouldn't surprise me, because Frankie De Jong, we have said this on this channel as well before, would be sick under Pep Guardiola.
He would be
unreal under Pep. He is a Pep Guardiola type player. He's the kind of player Pep Guardiola would love to have on our team. So Pep even saying to Cheeky or the board, like, I would like Frankie De Jong, doesn't come as a surprise to me. But that's literally just foundation stages of a transfer saga for Frankie De Jong. A lot would have to happen between there and him signing the dotted line. So right now, if it's just like, oh, we want to go get a midfielder, let's look on the market, I think Frankie De Jong will be low down the list because of the logistics, transfer fee and wages. But if time went on and something happened whereby Bernardo goes, oh, I'm off, and City goes, shit, we need to go and get someone in, I could see City opening the can of worms. I'm not saying City would go and be like, here's 400 grand a week and here's 100 mil for Frankie De Jong, but I think they'd go and try and negotiate.
Yeah, I think if they could agree to, if they could basically do a deal with Frankie De Jong where he agrees to not obviously get those wages kind of thing, and it's a lot less, and he basically wants to move and play for City, then I think you could see it happen. I think the 110 million euros is a lot of money, and that's a lot of money to start with, and then we kind of expect it to be a very expensive deal as it is. Look at the way the market's going this year. But would Frankie De Jong give up them wages when he can just stay at Barcelona? They've just won the league. Do you know what I mean?
This is what happens when you give a player crazy money, man. This is what happens when you give a player crazy money. First of all, you're paying that player crazy money, but you're also kind of pricing yourself and that player out of a move in the future if the relationship breaks down, or he doesn't want to be there, you don't want to keep him anymore, because no one can come in and pay that guy's wages. There's a handful of clubs in the world are willing to come in and give Frankie De Jong 400 grand a week. And even at that, when I say willing, that's a stretch. Not many will be actually willing to pull the trigger on that. But there's a handful of clubs can afford it, I mean.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think it's a difficult one with Frankie De Jong. Like you say, obviously the wages are stupid. I think he'll end up staying there. I don't see a situation where City go and get him just because of the wages and the transfer fee is quite a lot. Now, obviously, people are like, oh, so why are you even talking about it? Why are you even talking about it? Just because there was a rumour about it today. And it's good conversation. Now, in the chat, and I think I put a poll in the chat then, like, would you like Frankie De Jong at Manchester City? Because if you just take the money side out of it, I think it'd be a very, very good signing for City. If we could, if you could bypass the money and the wages and stuff like that, and that wasn't an issue, I think it'd be an incredible signing for City. Now, is it realistic? No, but I think it would be a good signing for City. I'd like him personally. I think he'd be mint.
I think you would too. I think if you're talking about just the player in isolation, and we're not thinking about the logistics of getting it over the line, the player in isolation, he's tailor-made to play for Manchester City. He's tailor-made to play in our system, to play under Pep Guardiola. He could do what Gundogan did. He could probably do to an extent some of what Bernardo does. He'd be perfect for Manchester City. I think the passing game, the fast moving, the front foot football. You see him do it with his national team and with Barca too. So, yeah, if there was a deal to be done that was feasible, I'd be game for it.
Yeah, but I think we're all in agreement that the wages are just extortionate. It's just not going to happen.
That's because of Barca and how poorly their club is run. They like this is another example of Barca over the last 10 years who've poorly run their club. The money they've spent on individual players and the wages they've offered individual players and signed them onto, they don't want to leave. They don't care if the club isn't going to win. Now, like I know they just won La Liga, but if they don't win another league again, plenty of them won't give a shit. 400 grand a week. Why would you care? You're living in Barcelona and you're collecting nearly $500,000 a week to just chill out.
You are living the life, innit? You are living the life. Sign Silva, yes, signed Silva 14 months. Says, after we won the treble, I don't really care anymore. I'm on cloud 9. Also, Frankie De Jong is a great signing. Played against him in the Ajax Academy. That's sick.
Wow.
As if you played against him in the Ajax Academy. As if you was in the Ajax Academy. What?
No, Frankie was in the Ajax Academy. Yeah, this guy wouldn't have been.
Yeah, he said he played against him in the Ajax Academy.
But Frankie was in the Ajax Academy, wasn't he?
Yeah. Frankie was in the Ajax Academy. But Sign Silva saying played against him in the Ajax Academy. Does that not mean he played against him?
It means Sign Silva would have played for someone else.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Against him. Yeah. Well, yeah, he was in some kind of... Oh, yeah, my brain wasn't...
Unless they were doing internal matches and he did play for Ajax.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, though. That's pretty sick how you played against him in the Ajax Academy. That is mint.
Did you see the guy on the Avengers show last night who went to school with Josko Gvardiol?
Nah, I didn't see that. That's sick.
Yeah, some guy super chatted, I think, and he's Croatian. He's a City fan. He was like, yeah, I know Josko. And apparently he's backed it up. Like he's sent proof to LB on Instagram and stuff. Like it's legit.
That's pretty mad. Science over there said he's confirmed that he was in the PSV Academy. That's sick.
That's mad.
He's sick, Science over, man. Yo, you a baller or what? You want to come do a crossbar challenge or nah?
send us your highlight clips, man, and we'll forward it on to the hotline to Tiggy.
Yeah, we'll send it on. The football career not dead for you yet. Yeah, I'm still Cloud9 from the treble, by the way. Speaking of treble, Terrace Cult, Big Steve's clothing brand, have just released a treble top. This isn't a sponsored stream by Terrace Cult at all, or else he would be wearing them tops. But if you go over to Terrace Cult, they have got treble tops, which are available for a limited time, and they're sick.
They're sick as well.
They're
so
sick.
nice.
We definitely need to get a Terrace Cult creator code, man. We need to link up Big Steve, innit?
Yeah, Steve, man, run us the contract, man. Run us the contract.
Yeah, run us that contract. Benos has already ordered. I'm going to order one literally after this stream.
I don't usually like that kind of like treble t-shirt kind of stuff. You know, the stuff that the club makes. Like, I get why people buy it, but I don't usually buy it myself.
I don't vibe with that kind of stuff usually. I'm just getting it.
I'd wear this.
Yeah, it is nice. It's nice. Where can we buy the Terrace Cult t-shirts? I think it's just terracecult.com. Let me just double check. I'll put the link in the chat for people. Is it terracecult.com? It is. There you go. Terracecult.com if people want to buy Big Steve's new top. Look at that. Free promo for our man Big Steve. Reset with a €6 says De Jong gets a baby. He'll never leave the life. Has he had a baby now? Or is his wife pregnant? Or Mrs. Gets a baby, will never leave the life in Barca, is much better, and his wife doesn't want to leave either. Laporta's already said no to De Jong leaving. Yeah, Laporta's he's very stubborn with De Jong. I think he knows the quality of him. So yeah, that's it. Oh, preggers, there you go then. So yeah, if his wife's pregnant, I don't see him uprooting and moving at all. It's more reason for him to just stay.
Yeah, they're also probably thinking about their actual own football team, Barcelona. You know, a midfield of like De Jong, Gundogan. Who else plays in midfield there? You've got Gavi.
Has left now, isn't he?
Gavi's midfield, isn't he?
Gavi, yeah.
Yeah, you've got like they're building a pretty decent midfield there, so they'll want to do what they can. I don't even know how long is left in his contract. I don't even know what age the guy is. I've only seen him play maybe 7, 8, 9 times, and he's always looking like a player I think could play for Manchester City. But I always whenever I think about Frankie De Jong, I always think back to the problems that Man United had when they were trying to get him. It was an absolute mess dealing with his agent. I'm pretty sure at the time was a bit of a prick to deal with. Barcelona were very prickish to deal with, and also Man United themselves, as we know, are pretty poor at moving in the transfer market. So the whole thing just looked really scabby to me. I was like, oh,
it's pretty mad actually when you just search Frankie De Jong. All the news articles are about City making a bid. So,
really?
Yeah. They're all like literally all over the past 24 hours. It's all about City basically like interested in Frankie De Jong. Danny Moore, yes, it's Danny with a 2, says €110 million for Frankie De Jong, then Barca pays 90 million for Bernardo, ? Basically, kind of like a swap deal. Would you take, if we paid 110 million euro for Frankie De Jong, which is still a lot of money, and 70 mil for Bernardo?
Is Bernardo worth more than Frankie De Jong in your eyes?
In my eyes, yeah, but not in anyone else's eyes, because I know the difference is Bernardo's worth to our football club. So my valuation on Bernardo will always be higher than what someone else's from a different team would be.
I think Bernardo is outright. I think he's outright worth more than Frankie De Jong. You have to look at the player right now and where his stocks are at. Bernardo Silva has just been integral to us winning a treble, particularly in the Champions League. He was
definitely
absolutely on smoke in those 2 Bayern games and those 2 Real Madrid games. Bernardo Silva was unplayable. So if anybody wants to come and negotiate for Bernardo Silva right now, we know, yes, he would probably like to leave, but City have to cover their asset here and say, this guy is at the minute one of the best players in world football, and you want to come in and give us 70 million for him and make us pay 110 million for your player who's just won the Liga and got knocked out of European football.
So basically, it's 40 mil, like 40 mil outlay in there to Barca. Right, so, but the issue is that Bernardo wants to leave the football club. And
Does he still? We don't know this. Like, if he really wanted, this is 6 transfer windows in a row. We're talking about Bernardo Silva. He wants to leave. He wants to move this, that. If the fucker really wanted to leave, he'd be gone.
Nah, he won't be though, because City won't sell him for cheap.
But he's not playing like someone who wants to leave.
Yeah, because
he's not interacting with the fans.
He's stuck. He's stuck in a contract. There's no point in him spitting his dummy out. He's stuck here, innit? Like,
no. If I'm him and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to be here anymore. That's the reality, and you're not making it easy for me to move. I'm kicking up a fuss. I'm saying, let me get out. I've had enough of this.
Yeah, but he's not. I think I respect the fact that he's not done that. Now, this is a good transition, actually, because there is actually reports on Bernardo Silva over the last, since the last time that we spoke about it. Apparently, this is from La Parisienne. Negotiation between PSG, because obviously that's one of the destinations, or probably the only destination that I can really see going other than Barcelona. Negotiations between PSG and City for Bernardo Silva have not really started. Although the midfielder is pushing to pack up and already sees himself playing in Paris next season. One man is blocking everything. Pep Gvardiol. The City manager is doing everything to prevent Bernardo Silva from leaving the football club.
Yeah, we spoke about this a little bit on the Avenger show. Yeah. We were saying that Pep is doing everything he can to keep Bernardo Silva at Man City. And you know what? That may be a massive factor in what I'm saying, that he hasn't kicked up a fuss. Because if Pep Guardiola is speaking to you face to face and says, listen, I really, really want you to stay. I really want you to keep playing for me. Like, any player in the world is going to find it hard to turn around to Pep and go, nah, you're all right, mate. Yeah, I'm going. I want to go play for PSG or for whoever else. So maybe I get the feeling that Bernardo he's kind of on the fence. You know, one day he's kind of like, I'd like to leave. The next day he's kind of like, oh, you know, maybe I might like to stay. And it's annoying. It is definitely annoying because we love him so much, and then we're seeing these, like I said, 6 transfer windows in a row now. We're unsure about whether Bernardo Silva is going to wear a blue shirt again or not. It gets frustrating.
The issue for me is we don't know where we need to move in this transfer window. With the fact that Bernardo, we don't know what he's doing.
Well, he is the domino.
Yeah, he's very pivotal on how we move forward in this transfer window. So we need to make a decision, man.
He's the main domino. You know, if he goes and that falls down, that's going to open up a whole tin of worms that we wouldn't have had to open up if Bernardo Silva stays. Bernardo Silva stays, we don't have to do a huge amount, if anything, really, other than letting the likes of Cole Palmer go out on loan, or deciding where McAtee goes and deciding where Callum Doyle goes, these kind of guys. But in terms of the core first team players, Bernardo Silva stays, we're kind of chilling in terms of who we have in the squad.
Yeah, I'd love it if he stayed. I don't think a lot of people in the chat now are saying about like Bernardo, Pep blocking the move is bullshit kind of thing, like Dash says there. Like it's looking making Pep look bad. I don't think they mean it in that sense, like he's blocking it. I think that basically it's more of he's doing his best to convince Bernardo to stay, is what I'd say. Like he's doing his best to keep him is what I take from it. Not he's saying to the board, refuse every single offer that comes in for Bernardo Silva because I'm blocking this move. I don't think that's the way that they're trying to word it. That's the way that I see it personally anyway. Rob G there, Bernie got married a few days ago. He did, and a lot of City players were in attendance in that, which kind of backs up the fact that I'd like him to stay.
He got mad at what?
No, he got married.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he got married the other day, and loads of City players there. I know they're his mates, obviously, but like... And then did you see Jack Grealish at the end of the season? And he was like, please stay.
Yeah. Please stay, yeah. I know. Listen, I know we like to run the line, and Pep likes to run the line a lot, that if you don't want to be here, you can go. We'll find a move. And publicly, that's what we say, and that's the way we move. But Pep's not stupid either. He's not stupid. If a player does want to go, and Pep himself really wants to hold on to him, he's going to see, can he persuade? Can he twist the arm of that player to go or to stay at Manchester City? But
also, if he doesn't want to be here, then go get the transfer fee that we want. Because we value it this. We value it this. You want to leave? Go get us that money.
I just think if he was really desperate to go, there'd be a transfer request. He'd be start threatening to miss training.
I don't think he's on that levels of desperate to leave. I do think he wants to leave. I don't think he's desperate like that to leave. Hence why, like we were saying before, he's very professional and puts in a lot of good performances in that. Like he gives it 100%, man. And you see the guy when he scored against both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. Guys loving it, man.
You should see him, man. For those of you who go to the games, like when they're off doing the punditry and that kind of thing, and the players come over and say thanks to the fans. Bernardo Silva is always won the first over. He's one of the players closest to the fans, interacting with the fans, giving it chest, giving it, hitting the badge. After every game, I'm always saying to the person beside me, whoever I'm standing beside, he doesn't look like he wants to leave. He looks pretty happy where he is. So it makes it confusing. That's why what I'm saying is I think he's on the fence. I think one day he's like, I want to go. The next day he's kind of like, maybe not. Maybe there's
unsure
a future here. Yeah, uncertainty. Man.
I think it'll become a lot more clear now that he's not playing week in, week out. Like his decision should become a lot more clear because it can become clouded during the season because he's playing for City and that he can be blindsided by the fact that he's there, the fans are there. Do you know what I mean? They're all giving it. He can really decide where he wants to be. Like right now, in isolation from City, he can decide what he wants to do. And I think that's what he needs to do because we need to move forward, man. We need to decide where we're going with this.
You have to have the club's best interest. You have to have the club's best interest at heart, first of all. But when you look at Bernardo Silva, personally for him, he could go on to be a David Silva, a Vincent Kompany, a Sergio Aguero type player. He's already done 6-7 years. If he was to stay another 3 or 4, and we're touching 10 years in Manchester City, and he was one of the main heads in that Champions League, first ever Champions League winning team, the treble winning team. He was there for the whole three-peat. He's won 5 Premier Leagues in Manchester City. He's on track to be not a cult hero, not like, say, a Raheem Sterling, who we look back on fondly. Legendary status. You go to Barcelona for 2 or 3 years, they'll have forgotten about you by 2035, by 2036. You go to PSG, you'd be damn sure they'll have forgotten about you by 2035, 2036. But at Manchester City, where you're currently loved to bits, the fans are never done singing his name. I tell you that for a fact. You're talking about statue territory if he can do another 3 or 4 years at Man City.
The issue is he thinking about that though? Is he thinking about that, or is he more thinking of home life? Well, because I know, like the issue. I think the main issue when he was unhappy, and we all knew he was like firmly unhappy, was during lockdown. You know what I mean? He's living in an apartment, not really getting to do much, not seeing any fans. So going to empty games. Like, you do that every week anyway. I just don't know. I think in my head there's a chance. There's a chance he stays, man.
I think he stays. I know, because I don't earn the big dough, or because City extras don't pay me $400,000 a week. I don't think about like the money life.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah, it's entirely your fault. But like if I do think, like, if I was a professional footballer, legacy would mean a lot to me. Legacy, like where you have left an imprint on the footballing world, and Vincent Kompany's done that. When Vincent Kompany's dead, there'll still be a statue of him outside the Etihad Stadium. When Aguero's dead, when it's David Silva and whoever else we build a statue for, that's legacy. That's you've impacted the footballing world. You've not just won a few trophies, moved on, won a few trophies, moved on, kind of thing. That would mean a lot to me.
You're ingrained in the history of the club, man. Which to be fair, all the players who've won the treble will be, because it's the treble winning side. I mean, they'll forever be talking about this side, which is pretty mad. Right, moving on from Bernardo, it's something that we do come out speak about quite a lot, and it will continue to speak about, because, like we've said, he's one of the main pieces that needs to decide which way it's going for us to move forward in our transfer window. Fans, as bros killing off everyone. Yeah.
You know what I mean. Don't do me like that. You know exactly what I mean.
All them Donnies just took headshots, man.
Blah, blah, blah.
Pow, pow, pow. He's a straight shooter, man.
Excellent man off.
Right, next on the list of what's going on for the transfer roundup today, we have Cole Palmer. There are strong rumours that he's going to leave this summer. We've kind of heard this quite a lot. Now, I'm trying to look now, and I can't remember when I seen it yesterday. I did see it yesterday, or maybe it was today. About Cole Palmer, where, because apparently we're willing to say him on loan to get rid of him on loan, but I'm not sure where to.
I saw Brighton. It's definitely one of them.
Oh, is that one of the places? That's decent. Yeah. Sports Peter, which is that Peter O'Rourke? Yeah. Says Cole Palmer's like to leave City on a Premier League loan this summer, with a temporary exit seen as a suit in all parties as he continues his development, which we've heard quite a lot now. Which tells me that I think this is the way that it's going for Palmer. I don't see him staying at the club for the next summer.
It's not the best for him. He needs to think, like, he could stay at the club and play probably the exact same role he had this season, next season, but for his own development, he needs to think about himself. And going to somewhere like Brighton or Leipzig was another one that were interested in him a couple of weeks ago. I thought would have been a very good move for him. They've just lost Nkunku, obviously, to Chelsea. Yeah. There's a bit of a vacancy there on the wing for him, so he could have gone on later. I'm pretty sure Mason Mount went to Leipzig at one stage, didn't he? Or was it Smith Rowe? One of them went to Leipzig and came back. And one of them went to Leipzig. It's Mount or Smith Rowe. The chat will know. And Germany's a good place to learn a trade, but even at Brighton, as we know, are fantastic with young players.
Brighton,
unbelievable. Like, you could see Palmer go up levels. I mean, if we were loaning Palmer to, say, a championship team or something like that, I'd be a bit like, his future's in the balance at Manchester City. But if he goes to Brighton or Leipzig and slams it there, I'd be more confident than usual that he could come back and play for Manchester City.
Yeah, I kind of like the idea of him going on loan to Brighton, staying in the Prem, and as Peter O'Rourke says, they're a Premier League loan this summer. I think that's what City would prefer, a Premier League loan, so he can start playing week in, week out in the Prem. And Brighton's a really, really good place. Like I was saying then, it's a really good place to go and do that. Hopefully be able to start on that right hand side, or be able to at least play his game on the right hand side. We never see him play on the right, and that's his natural position. I think it'd be really good. I think it, like you say, suits all parties. Now, obviously a little bit different if we lose Mahrez, because then he would technically get more game time here, but I think we'd probably go out and just sign another winger anyway. And if we are looking at wingers, then Palmer's got no chance. Jose Frangula says, what about Burnley? Burnley is a shout. Just before we continue, Recep again with a €6 says, Xavi said that De Jong is one of the best midfielders in the world. Why would he let him go? What else midfielders could City go for, because De Jong won't come? A lot of people say Florian Wirtz in the chat, but we've seen no links. This is the issue, man. There's not that many links. I know we had Thiago Almada yesterday, wasn't it? That's one of the latest midfielders that we've been linked to. He's a midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah. Attacking midfielder, yeah.
Vega, yeah. PSG apparently pushing very heavy to go sign Vega before we can get in there. Valverde, he'd be a very, very good option who could play on the wing as well. Gravenberch,
my dad's side of the family are obviously they're all Celtic fans. My mum's side being all City fans, and my dad came to me the other day. He was like, tell me about this Carlos Borges kid, because apparently Brendan Rodgers wants to bring Borges on loan to Celtic for the season. There's 2 or 3 clubs circling around Borges, and I was like, come to think of it, I haven't seen a huge amount of Borges play. So I went back and I watched some of his clips, some of his highlights. which will obviously only make him look sick. But
No, he is sick.
the kid is a freak.
Me and LB have seen him play before when we've done academy watch along. He's sick. He looks ready for like Prem.
Do you know what he looks like? I know this is a big compliment and it's probably way too soon to contrast him, but the way he carries himself and runs, he looks like Mbappe. He looks physically like Mbappe when he runs with the ball. He's got this really electric, explosive style, and he can dribble and finish. I would love to see Carlos Borges play for Manchester City. Absolutely love it.
We shouted for a lot last season, but it didn't happen. I'm sure his contract's running up as well. I think he might have a year left or something. So it'd be interesting to see what happens with Borges. But he wasn't even getting into a team like Joe, like in the latter stages of the Champions League when we were taking loads of academy players. He didn't even get there. Which was very weird. It was very, very weird. So I think something there that Pep doesn't like, which is a shame really because he does look very, very good. He does look really good. But we'll have to wait and see how we move forward with his development. Matthew Hoyle as well with the 8 months says we also need 2 new coaches. Who should they be? Oh yeah, be it me, us two. I mean, you're looking at them.
Yeah,
you're looking at them. You really think that we can't do what Juan Malilo did,
mate? Like,
and Dominic Burrell. That is basically that is me and Hugh.
You've listened to us chat shit about football enough. You know we know ball.
You know that we are ready to sit in them.
We are ready to go from football YouTube level to treble winning coaching team level.
Morel says, Coach LB, guys got the passion. Nah, but the thing is, LB, he's got too much passion, yeah? Pep won't like that because LB will be trying to step in, man. He'd be trying to step in. LB needs to be the manager. LB to replace Pep, right? And me and Hugh will be the backroom staff. There you go.
I want LB nowhere near the squad. The guy, we be talking about him like the way Arsenal fans talk about Zinchenko. He's a passion merchant.
He's a passion merchant.
He'd be slapping him backwards. I'd be more calm and composed. I'd be sitting there in the dressing room. We're losing at halftime 1-0. With my vape in my hand, I'd be like this. Fuck's sake, boys.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Yeah. What's that about, lads, huh? Get your shit together. But whereas he'd be like, fucking get into them.
He'd be slamming the water bottle on the floor, punching desks.
Yeah.
He'd be kicking off, man. You know what I mean? The team be scared of him, innit? So we can't be having that. We need to be all together. As we said before, we're all in this together. That's what we're going to make all the players do. That's our motto in the dressing room, right? We're losing 3-0 at half time, yeah? And the other team are like, what's going on in their dressing room? And all you can hear is all of us singing, we're all in this together. Like, that is exactly the way.
Man City the musical. That's what we'll make it.
That is how that we're going to do this. The zombie fanatic with a £2 donation, yes, says just buy Mbappe, who's way better than Borges.
Why didn't we think of that?
Whoa, what a hack. Jesus, man. Someone forward that to Pep quick. Merle says that'll look good on the documentary. Yeah, when Prime do the documentary about us, YouTubers to real football. Like, it'd be like that football manager guy. Do you know that football manager guy who just played football manager all the time and then became a real manager? It'd be like that.
Yes.
2 random YouTubers. And they left out
the
Netflix,
man. Netflix, get on to us. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen, innit? Oh, we just start our own club, City Xtra FC, and then LB can be manager, me and you will be the assistants. Easy.
Yeah, we could do.
Easy. Yeah. And then we can scout, innit? You know what I mean? There's loads of people in the chat. We've got Sign Silva from PSV Academy. Mate, straight in. First team, lad. Straight in.
We got Gvardiol schoolmate.
Straight in.
Straight in.
if you have a link to a person who plays football, I don't care if you've never played football in your life, you sat next to him once. Straight in.
Martin's daughter went to school with James Trafford.
There you go. Straight in. Straight in. Straight in. This is what's happening with City Xtra FC, mate. We need a roster of people here, so we need to like get loads of heads. So if Calvin Phillips still won't make our team either. Oh, wait. Kay says, I know Calvin Phillips' auntie. Kay's, mate, straight in. Straight in. You've got the contract on the table. Put whatever you want down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Salt, I've met Seamus Coleman. That's good enough. Straight in. Big Steve, he's met loads of fucking footballers. He's in.
We'll get Terrace Cult to sponsor the shirts.
Yeah, Terrace Cult on the top. Oh my God. On a real, right? Should we make City Extra FC football shirts? And then we'll have Terrace Cult as a sponsor. CXFC. We'll make like an actual football version of like a City Extra logo, like a football badge. We'll have Terrace Cult. That'd be sick.
Chat, would you buy that?
Would you buy that? If that was available, would you buy City Extra football tops?
For the affordable price of £160. That's before any badges or player printing, obviously.
Yeah. All that comes afterwards.
No, but on the real
though, if we could get it, if we could get like the price at a very good price. Good price. If we could get it on an affordable level, I think that. Do you know what I mean? It'd be cheaper than City kits.
We'd have to do Nike or Adidas because I think we got to swerve Puma these days, don't we?
Yeah, we'd have to get like one of the Nike templates, or not the Nike template, maybe Adidas template, something like that. Like make it look a bit like a New York City top, but get Terrace Cult as a big sponsor here. That'd be so sick. Who do you have as a sleeve sponsor? Tinder.
Yeah. Tinder.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick. Obeyed as a sponsor. Yeah, we'll have Obeyed on the back. Right, moving on then. Palmer, Palmer's going to go on low, isn't it? Anthony Landolfo, the 2, says, I've got on with the centre-back. The centre-back? Which one? There's a lot of centre-back. Anyway, Anthony, mate, you're in. Any centre-back in world football, mate, you're in. Doesn't matter. You're in. You're in, mate. Manscaped would be a good sleeve sponsor, wouldn't it?
They would do it as well.
Yeah, they'd definitely be game for it. They'd love that Manscaped sleeve sponsor. Terrace Cult here. Cade, I met Caldoon in 2014. You're in. You're in. Hey, this list is getting big, you know. We're gonna have to. We might be at the first 11 soon. Yeah. So latest on Gvardiol is where we're up to. Because there has been some news today. I know it's something that we're all waiting for. We're all kind of getting a little bit aggy about it. We kind of just want this deal to get done over the line. According to Sport Witness, it's LVZ via Sport Witness. It's Gvardiol will soon become Leipzig's new record departure when he joins City, a deal that is a growing fact. City have shown ardent interest, so there's a deal to be done for €100 million plus bonuses. Gvardiol currently sits on a packed suitcases, waiting for the deal between City and Leipzig to be completed so he can move to England. So all very positive on the Gvardiol front. I guess he's playing the waiting game just like we're playing the waiting game.
I can just imagine Gvardiol sitting in his living room, literally on a suitcase that's packed up, and he's just checking waiting. His phone. Like, have I got any messages?
In an empty room, just like. Do you know? Have you ever seen that Pablo Escobar meme where he just sat on the swing like by himself?
Yeah.
That is Gvardiol now, just waiting.
It's done deal, man. It's
done
DD.
deal. Yeah.
It's DD, man. It's done deal. It'll be here we go this week by the end of the week, I'd say, because it's done. Like when you know, it's done as far as I'm concerned, and the fee they'll probably come to an agreement on that in the next day or two, and more people will jump on it. I don't even know what more to say on Gvardiol.
There isn't much to say. I just wanted to put the latest on there just to say like that is where we're pretty much where we're at.
It's done, man. He's a Man City player as far as I'm concerned.
Obviously, we'll keep these transfer roundup and transfer streams coming on, but we'll I think rather than just like having I don't think you'll see another dedicated stream to Gvardiol until he signs, because we've spoke a lot about it. Until you get like the here we go all like them kind of moves, I think we'll be pretty just giving you the updates just as we've done there, rather than just having like full in-depth conversations, because we've done that week in week out. We've done that for weeks. But we will have full streams when we can get gassed about him signing. I can see a lot of people just putting look, Hunters, I go to school with a Cork City under 15 footballer. You're in, mate. Miro, I got with Paul Scholes' niece when I was 8. You're in. I met Gaza, Peter Scott. Peter Scott, mate, you're in. Doesn't matter. Gary Cook got me tickets to the 2011 FA Cup. Pfft, say no more. You're now you're the Caldoon of the football club. That's where you qualify.
We're gonna have to do a cutoff at some stage. We can't have all these players. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't. Basically, what Micah Richards lives in my whole time. You're in. Basically, if we're gonna get to a point where we've got too many people, and then so if we axe you, don't take it to heart, and it's just business is business.
The game's the game, mate. Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we'll get loads of people. We're gonna go on Excel sheets, sort by relation to player, and we'll see who's the closest to the players. So like Micah Richards lives in my hometown. I reckon you'd be quite at the bottom. You're in danger of getting axed, basically.
Yeah. So go if like. The only way you're guaranteed a spot is if you can go and like send us a photo of you with the player. Yeah.
Or
that's like your starting 11.
Or like sign Silva in it who actually plays football. We've not even thought about.
Well, if you can actually play football, it's a massive bonus.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's. I met Darren Goff at the T20 finals. Does that count? Yes, you're in.
Why not?
You're in. City Extra FC is on the way. Time to Photoshop. Lauren says, mate, I want to make these City Extra FC kits, man. I think they'd be sick. I think they'd be good merch.
I said, listen, if we hit 80k by the first ball kick of the season, we'll do the shirt giveaway and we'll make the City Extra FC shirts.
And we'll give away one of them as well.
Yeah, we'll give away one and we'll put your name on the back if you want.
Yeah, we'll get printed on the back.
Yeah.
I watched
so 80k. Smash the likes, man. Smash that. Run that like button up. Subscribe. Yeah. 80k.
80k soon come. That's been your transfer roundup. Big up to all the people who've super chatted. It's massively appreciated as always. We'll be back later on with another stream. Hopefully some more news pops. If not, then you'll have to deal with me and Hugh chatting shit for a bit, which I'm sure you all like anyway. Right, that's that then. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your Wednesdays. Hump day, innit? So you gotta get over that. And yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
In a bit.